We like our history in Maine, especially in small towns where signs of the past are still all around.
But it can take a lot of work and money to save those old things. 207's Don Kerrigan is here with the story of an unusual fundraising tradition and the remarkable woman behind it. Hi, Don.
Absolutely. Hi, guys. And this is in a small town that I'm pretty sure I have never been in before. It is the town of Vienna. Yes, that's the way you pronounce it. Inland from Augusta, snuggled in between Mount Vernon and Belgrade. People in Vienna take their history seriously, and some are even willing to go on stage to preserve it.
What is nanny plum tea?
Sheep droppings, steeped in rainwater.
Can a few laughs help save local history? They've been doing just that for years in the small town of Vienna.
This is Milton Bradley, and this is a period frame, mid-1800s.
Milton Bradley, the man who started America's love of board games in the later 1800s, was born in this house in Vienna in 1836. Bradley's family moved away to Massachusetts before his high school years, and Milton would find fame and wealth in Springfield. But for local people, having his birthplace in their town is still something.
Well, it's nice to have someone famous from Vienna.
Bradley was a skilled draftsman and printer, they say, but he struck gold during the Civil War with the board game, The Checkered Game of Life. Historical Society President Ingrid Grennan says Bradley's early years in Vienna played a role in that.
He learned early on, I think, basic principles, how to live a good life. He took those with him through adulthood, and the checkered game of life was one of his first successes.
Good and bad, ups and downs,
Yes,
and things like that.
Yeah, drinking, I guess if you land on the space where you have alcohol, you step back. If you get educated, you go up a space.
The game sold by the tens and then hundreds of thousands of copies and even more, and is still sold today as simply the game of life. That original game was followed by many others, along with the French game of croquet, which Bradley helped to popularize.
He designed croquet sets. He manufactured them, and he wrote a set of rules. There were no rules.
She says Bradley was also a champion of kindergarten and early childhood education.
He did a lot.
Yeah.
He advanced our culture a lot.
That's probably a really good way to put it. They tried to tell that story in his old family home, but the house needs help.
Very tough shape. Because of the problem we had in our cellar, a lot of moisture came up here, and the wallpaper's coming off the walls, and the floorboards were rotting.
The first floor was starting to cave in, so the Historical Society scraped together enough money for emergency repairs in the cellar.
We think it probably saved the house.
Mark Raines showed us that space, cleaned up, and they hope dried out.
Because it was so wet, the condensation went up and then would rot the beams.
But a lot more repairs are needed down here and upstairs to preserve the house and make it a lasting museum space for Vienna. Which brings us to the plays. Each year, the Historical Society stages a play as a fundraiser, and each year since 1983, those plays have been written by Beverly White Smith.
Aunt Hannah's Premonition.
That's the title of this year's show. Without giving too much away, what's the premonition?
Well, that's a big commotion going to take place, the biggest one that's ever taken place in the house.
There's a lot more to it than that. And to Beverly, a bit of Vienna history herself, still writing plays at age 95.
I saw this advertisement in the American Agriculturist magazine having a contest, something to do with the New York State Fair. So I entered the contest, and
when was this?
1954. The prize money of $150 was divided among 4 people, so I was one of the winners. And then the next year I entered again, won second prize, and won $50.
She wrote a new one for the 1983 Vienna show and has kept on writing them ever since. What keeps you doing it?
Because it's fun. I enjoy comical things, and I think it helps keep me, well, I can't say young, but it keeps me a little young, feeling a little younger than I might, because comedy is supposed to be good for anyone, and people laugh, you know, and so I feel as though I'm helping them too.
And of course, some laughs can help save her town's history. The plays may have already helped inspire local people to restore the old Union Hall, where they now perform, and they hope to inspire enough help to restore Milton Bradley's house too.
He changed America. The popular phrase is Milton Bradley taught America to play.
Hoping a little hometown comedy can help keep that story in play.
An iceboat is kind of like a sailboat without the boat.
So, if you want to go see the show, it's later this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Vienna at the Union Hall. You can go onto their website or Facebook page to find out more about that. They need a lot more money than they can raise in the plays to restore and take care of that house. They're working on grants and a variety of things like that. And as for Beverly, I asked if she's working on next year's play. She says, well, I've got to finish a book first.
So much drive there. Yeah. I'm so glad that you did this story, though, Don, because it's another piece of Maine's history that I think a lot of people don't know about.
Yeah, who knew?
Who knew that Milton Bradley helped popularize croquet?
Yeah, that was complete news to me.
I mean, not that any of us are Milton Bradley scholars, but that was something we did not know.
I actually thought you were, but...
I kind of like the original name, though, The Checkered Game of Life.
Yes, like we all have a checkered history, right? Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you, Don.
Welcome.